The year was 1947, when an amazing discovery shook the world of archaeology and religion: the Dead Sea Scrolls. This discovery not only surprised experts, but also captured the imagination of the general public. A Bedouin shepherd searching for a lost sheep in the hills of Qumran near the Dead Sea came across a cave. Upon throwing a stone inside, he heard an unusual sound. This cave was not empty. It contained clay jars filled with ancient manuscripts. These manuscripts were incredibly well preserved, protected from the passage of time by the dry conditions of the cave. These manuscripts, written in Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek, turned out to be biblical texts and other religious writings dating back more than 2,000 years. Imagine that. Among them are copies of almost all the books of the Old Testament. The discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls has given us an unparalleled glimpse into the history of Judaism and Christianity in their beginnings. In addition, it has provided invaluable information about the life and beliefs of the communities that lived at that time. Before the discovery of the scrolls, the oldest known biblical texts dated from the 9th century after Christ. These texts, known as the Masoretic text, had been passed down from generation to generation by Jewish scribes like a family treasure. However, there were always questions about the accuracy of the transmission and the possibility that errors or changes had been introduced over the centuries. The Bible, as the sacred book of Judaism and Christianity, has been the object of study and interpretation for centuries. The importance of the Dead Sea Scrolls for biblical studies is enormous. The scrolls include fragments of all the books of the Old Testament except the Book of Esther. These fragments predate the Masoretic text by more than 1,000 years. Imagine 1,000 years. This makes them the oldest biblical texts ever found. By analyzing the scrolls, a remarkable similarity to the Masoretic text has been discovered, confirming the general fidelity of the transmission of the Hebrew Bible over the centuries. Hidden treasures. Revelations from the Dead Sea Scrolls. The Dead Sea Scrolls are a collection of ancient manuscripts that have fascinated scholars and archaeologists since their discovery in the Qumran caves in the 1940s. In addition to the biblical texts, the Dead Sea Scrolls also include a large number of other writings, such as biblical commentaries, rules of a Jewish community, hymns, and prayers. These documents offer a unique window into the past, allowing us to better understand the beliefs and practices of the time. These texts have provided invaluable information about the religious and social life of the Jews in the Second Temple period, from 516 BC to 70 AD. They show us how they lived, what they valued, and how they organized themselves socially. For example, the Dead Sea Scrolls have shed light on the beliefs and practices of the Essenes, a Jewish sect believed to have lived in Qumran. The Essenes were known for their communal life and strict standards of purity, and these scrolls help us better understand their way of life and rituals. The legacy of the scrolls. Reinterpreting the original Bible. The Dead Sea. Scrolls discovered in the caves of Qumran have been one of the most important archaeological finds of the 20th century. The discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls has had a profound impact on our understanding of the original Bible. These manuscripts, dating back more than 2,000 years, have allowed us to see how biblical texts were transmitted and preserved over time. The scrolls have confirmed the antiquity and general accuracy of the biblical text. They have shown us that despite the centuries, the texts have maintained a remarkable consistency. In addition, they have provided a new perspective on the historical and religious context in which the Bible was written. They offer us a window into the ancient world, revealing details about the beliefs and practices of the Jewish communities of that time. The Dead Sea Scrolls continue to be the object of study and research, and who knows what else we may discover. Each new analysis can reveal unpublished information about life and religion in ancient times. They're likely to continue to reveal new insights into the Bible and the history of Judaism for many years to come. These scrolls not only enrich our understanding of sacred texts, but also connect us with our historical and cultural roots.